Good day, all, and welcome to the Men of F.E.A.S.T. Today we're going to talk about a Dbt chain analysis. First of all, why is a Dbt chain analysis important? And then we'll get into exactly what it is. What we as caregivers want to learn to understand is that the ability to analyze our own behavior allows us to determine what contributes to it and what maintains it. And when we take part in a Dbt chain analysis with the intent of curtailing undesirable or ineffective behavior, we attempt to institute more skillful means to support recovery for our loved one. So what is a Dbt chain analysis? A chain analysis is simply a series of questions that help guide us through what factors led to problematic behaviors. In this context, any behavior can be understood as a series of linked components. A chain analysis aims to examine those links by asking a series of questions and learning a sequence. So what happened first? What happened next? And then what happened? And then what followed that? And oh, by the way, is there anything now that you can think of that happened in the interim? And then what happened? Let's take a look at a graphic of a Dbt chain analysis, and we'll begin with the rectangle labeled vulnerability, and looking above in the bubble you see a particular caregiver vulnerability, someone who is tired, stressed, or frustrated. There's a prompting event that is something that you're confronted with. There's pushback at breakfast. The links in the chain are some emotions, thoughts, or other events that follow the prompting event, the pushback. So an emotion may be anger, frustration, exasperation. A thought may be, we need this to end. This is just tearing us apart. The entire family. We need to get on the road to recovery in a very strong way. An event may be something that happens during the day that may be related to the prompting event or may not be, something at work, something with a colleague, something with a friend, family. But it adds to the initial vulnerability of being tired, stressed, and frustrated. The behavior that we want to look at, which is in red, is you yelled aggressively at dinner. Okay, a problematic behavior that you've identified, that you have found to be ineffective, but you engaged in it again. The consequences of that particular behavior are along the chain here. That particular meal was delayed or abandoned. There was a communication breakdown either with your partner or with your loved one. And there was overall caregiver ineffectiveness from that point forward, maybe for the remainder of the evening, maybe even the following morning, into lunchtime, through the afternoon snack. You're not as effective as you may have been if you had skillfully maneuvered the dinner where there was possibly pushback presented to you yet again. Let's take a look at number 1 down below. Apply Dbt skills to break the links leading from a prompting event to undesirable, ineffective behavior. The emotions, thoughts, and events area, the links in this chain analysis, are where we can apply the Dbt skills that we're learning. Okay, your prevention strategy number 2 is the compilation of the skills that you know well and that you can apply. And in any particular situation, something that you can reach for off the tool shelf in order to help you guide your loved one more effectively. Number 3 is repair the consequences. So after your behavior of yelling aggressively at dinner, for example, we talked about 3 particular consequences. Repairing those means stating what your vulnerability was and understanding that that did lead to less skillful means being applied, making amends if necessary, and making a commitment to engage in much more effective behavior in the future. If you conduct chain analyses consistently, you become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and any unsettling events, and can course correct, problem solve your behavior by applying skillful means.